I am in Portugal. We have arrived in Porto, so let's get started. I chose to stay in the neighborhood of Cedofeita because it's located close to many of the places that I wanted to visit. And I've also read that it's a more quiet neighborhood and I wanted to get a good night's sleep. Right now, I just want to soak it all in. I can't believe I'm in Portugal. I'm in Porto, and I'm in this new apartment that they just built about 8 months ago, and it's right in the center of the city. Like, I could not have been happier with this location. And the nice thing about it, it's walking distance to all the restaurants and cafes that I really wanted to try. But the first thing I'm gonna try you really thought I was gonna eat ramen in Portugal. I made that mistake in Spain, and I'm not gonna do it again. I actually wanted to try bacalhau. It's a dried and salted codfish. The locals call it the faithful friend because of its versatility in Portuguese dishes. It's not just a food item, but a symbol of Portugal's culinary history and identity, with numerous recipes and variations. This restaurant is literally like 20 steps from my apartment. And they created a variation that's like a fish and chips with a sweet and sour sauce, almost like a ceviche, which is like a Filipino sauce for fried fish. This reminds me so much of my grandma's cooking. And there's something so comforting about it. Wow, it is actually delicious. After lunch, I wanted to check out the city, so I walked towards the water. This city just has so much personality. From its narrow cobblestone streets to the graffitis on the wall. Porto is definitely unique compared to Spain. I love Spain, but there's something about Porto that's just so different. The Portuguese cobblestone might be a nuisance to walk on, especially when it's raining, but it's an amazing form of urban art in Portugal, and I love it. So I'm in search for Pasteis de Nata, which is a Portuguese tart. And I was told that Castro has one of the best ones. So I put it on my GPS, and luckily it was only a few minutes away. So that's where I'm headed. This place looks like an Apple store, but for Portuguese tarts. They literally sell two things only: Portuguese tarts and coffee. And I thought to myself, it would be really hard to mess both of them up. When I was a kid growing up in the Philippines, I used to spend a lot of time in my uncle's bakery, and the smell of baked goods is very comforting for me. This is my happy place. I like that they give you an option to season your tart. It's like they're saying, if the tart is not delicious enough, put something more delicious on it, like cinnamon and powdered sugar. Just look at the bottom. Look at how flaky that even looks, and I wish you can smell the smell of this place. Oh, it's incredible. First bite. I don't even know how to explain this. Flaky, not too sweet, cinnamony, custardy. It's a beautiful thing. Not gonna lie, after I cut the video, I ended up ordering 2 more tarts. It was so damn delicious. I knew I had a lot more walking to do until I get to the water, so I figured I'm burning all these calories anyway, right? After walking around a few alleyways, I noticed there was a line to this restaurant. Later, I found out it was called Taberna dos Mercadores, and it was the most reviewed and highly rated restaurant in Porto. But the line was so long that the wait was like 2 hours, so I said forget it. Maybe next time. After about 5 more minutes of walking, I finally reached my destination, which is the Ribeira. This area is considered the most beautiful and also the liveliest part of the city. It definitely has a party atmosphere. I do have to warn you that it is very touristy. And usually when an area is very touristy, the food is expensive and it's not very good, so I wasn't planning on eating here. My plan was to soak in the sun, people watch, breathe in the fresh air, listen to the musicians playing, and watch people dance. Wow, this place is electric. But what really stands out in this neighborhood is the Dom Louis Bridge, or they call it the Ponte de Dom Louis Primera. It is a double-deck metal arch bridge that spans the River Douro between the cities of Porto and Villanova de Gaia. On this day, I'm only walking the bottom part of the bridge. But keep watching because on the very last day of my trip, I'm going to walk the upper deck of this bridge, and I'm going to reveal the most amazing and the most beautiful view that I've ever seen in my life. But right now, I feel grateful and happy. This cafe was a 10-minute walk from my apartment, and everything on their menu was less than 10 euros. I could not believe the quality of their food. The eggs were super fresh, and it was poached perfectly. If I was in LA, I'd expect to pay around $18 for this food, and at least $6 for the coffee. Everything was so good. That's why I came back here almost every day of my trip. So now we're here at the Mercado Bolhão, and we're gonna look for something to cook with for tonight, for dinner. This place is really nice. It's clean. It has a lot of variety from fresh meat, fresh produce to pastries, flowers. But there is one place that I actually wanted to visit. The scoop, is it 2 euros for one spoon?
Not this ones. We do have some plates.
Oh, okay.
Sardine on the top.
Oh, okay. So how many different types of sardines can you get for a tasting?
Usually on the tasting, we always make two.
Okay.
Lemon and spicy.
Oh, great. Can I do a tasting? Is it open now or?
Yeah, you want to plate?
Yeah, just
Regular or spicy?
Let's do regular.
Usually I would let's say, one of these two brands. They are located just
I like
in the
this
beach
one.
zone of the
Yeah,
city.
I've had this one before.
Yeah, this one, the factory,
Yeah.
it's open for guide tours.
Yeah.
So in the weekdays, you can see actually the ladies cutting
Okay.
open the.
Yeah, so I picked up one can because I've already had like 4 or 5 cans I've purchased all along the way. This one I guess is spicy. Their local brand since like the 1800s, 1896. It's sort of like their local sardines that they sell here. So now I'm gonna go and look for something to cook for tonight. I wasn't sure if I should get some seafood or some meat. So many different varieties here, but definitely gotta get some veggies. Let's figure it out. Let me go walk around and figure out what to eat for dinner. Cook something for tonight. Before heading back to my apartment, I decided to check out one more place, and it's a very special place. This restaurant has been on my bucket list for a very long time. But before I get there, I decided to do some more sightseeing along the way. So I mentioned that this place is very special because the late great Anthony Bourdain once came in here to try some of these delicious Portuguese sausage sandwiches. This is definitely a local hangout, but everyone here is so friendly. The moment I sat down, they offered me a glass of cold beer. And the sandwich, they came right in time because I'm already hungry. I'm imagining sitting here, eating this delicious food, drinking this cold beer, having a conversation with Anthony Bourdain. This feels really good. I really felt at home here. I've had a great time. I was only supposed to stay 2 days. But I love it so much I decided to stay one more day. However, this apartment was already taken. So they had to move me to a different apartment that's closer to downtown. Which is fine. I wanted to check out a different part of the city anyway. So, if you decide to come to Porto in Portugal, I suggest instead of staying in a hotel, stay in an apartment. You can find some really good apartments that's close to some of the central attractions here in Porto. Like this one that I'm staying now, it's close to downtown Porto, which is very walkable distance to, there's a big park, there's a Mercado that you can go get fresh seafood, fresh meat, some vegetables. And right outside my door is a market, a tiny market, but you can get fruit, you can get soda, water. There's some restaurants around this neighborhood, some really good restaurants. The nice thing about having an apartment is that you feel at home. I'm paying 72 euros a night in this apartment. It's small, but you know, for one person or for 2 people as a couple, I think this is a perfect place. So right outside the windows is a huge mural that they painted. It's really cool, and all the windows in this apartment faces that mural, so you have like this kind of bluish tone. Makes you feel like, you know, you're in Greece or some kind of like really relaxing, vacation. They have a full kitchen. Like I said, it's a small kitchen, but for 1 or 2 people, it's perfect. So let's head upstairs. I'm gonna show you the bedroom and the bathroom. Here we are. The window is facing the mural, so you can see the background, the mural back there. The bathroom. It's very clean, very modern. So we are now in downtown Porto. It's where they have their financial district. and we're going to this Mercado right here. So today, I'm gonna make some Filipino food. And what is the ultimate Filipino food for me? Well, it's gonna be adobo. Okay, let's grab our meat. This is what I got earlier. Got some beautiful pork belly. They didn't cut it the way I liked it, but this will do. And then some chicken thighs. I like chicken thighs because there's a lot of flavor. I like dark meat. It has the bones, so that actually creates a bit of thickness in the sauce. Like I said, rough chop. Oh, this chopping board is moving. Bam. Bam. Soy sauce and a little bit of vinegar. So I was going around Spain and Portugal, and the only soy sauce they sell comes in the restaurant soy sauce bottle. They don't have like regular, large soy sauce bottles. So this is their soy sauce. I don't have exact measurements, so I apologize in advance. I kind of eyeball everything. So it's kind of like 3-to-1, I think, is the proper ratio of soy sauce to vinegar. Let's see. Pepper. A little bit of salt. Guess that's onion powder. I don't normally add paprika to my adobo, but hey. We're in a country where this is like their basic seasonings, so we're just gonna dump our marinade in. Right? Pretty easy. Then we're gonna add some of the bay leaf, just like that, just to get the marinade in the meat. I can already smell the soy sauce and the garlic and the pepper and the bay leaf. Okay, the rice is done. It smells so good. It smells so familiar. I feel like I'm back home now. It's nicely marinated. I actually added some red onions to it because I had some leftover red onions while I was making my salad. So, see, I'm making a bowl of salad. There's tomatoes, cucumbers, red onions, and then my dressing. It says garlic, olive oil, salt and pepper, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of white vinegar and lemon juice. That's just gonna sit on the top of a bed of lettuce. So let's start on the meat because it's gonna take probably a good hour or less, maybe 45 minutes. Look at that. Look at that beautiful adobo. The fat is glistening. The aroma is intoxicating. I don't know. I'm just really missing good Asian food and Filipino food. So anyway, I haven't had my neighbors complain yet. They're all invited to come and eat here with me. I have enough food for maybe 6 people. But that's the thing, you know, traveling, I prefer having an apartment or an Airbnb because I can cook. You know, I don't have to eat out every single night and every single, like, you know, breakfast, lunch, dinner. I can cook here. It's not about just saving money, but just I like cooking, so just nice to have it. Put our rice right in the middle. I'm hungry, so I'm gonna eat a lot of rice. Oh, look at this. Oh yes. Put the chicken right there. Then we'll kind of spread the pork around the chicken. Wow, this came out really good. And then you gotta have some sauce. Put some fried egg on it, just like that. Okay, let me make this look nice. Okay, our adobo is done. So check this out. Let's put it here. You know how we Filipinos eat our food? You have to eat it with a fork and a spoon. Let's pop open this bottle of wine. This wine was recommended by the guy down the street that owned the little shop. It's like a small convenience store, but cheers. Get a little piece in there. I think this is even better than the adobo that I've been making in the US. Their meat is really high quality, but they need to have the proper vinegar.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cup my tea. I can take what I need to get by, it doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart moves slow, somewhere in the great unknown. When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again? Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all, I had a feeling but the feeling is all gone. Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all, I had a feeling but the feeling is all gone.
We're on the famous bridge now. We're actually on the very top. And the view from here is incredible.